Welcome back to the Deep Dive, everyone. Great to have you with us. Today, we're heading back, way back, actually, to Regency England. We're tackling a giant of literature, Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. I mean, first published 1813, can you believe it? And still so widely read. Yeah, it's really more than just, a classic romance. It's foundational. English Literature 101, right? But it still charms people, challenges readers all over the world. So for this deep dive, we've got the usual stack of sources. There's a detailed summary, a critical review, lays out strengths, some criticisms too, and a section on the key lessons. Our mission really is to figure out why. Why does this story about love and frankly social climbing still hit home? It's got this captivating drama, sure, but also these really deep insights.
Absolutely. And that resonance, that's the magic, isn't it? Our sources really stress this dual nature. Yes, it's a brilliant love story, obviously. But it's also described as a biting social critique.
Yeah.
Austen wasn't just telling a story. She was kind of dissecting her own society. And we're going to explore how she weaves that critique, that commentary, right into the romance. They're not separate things at all.
Okay, good point. Let's start maybe with just setting the scene. Because even if you know the book, the context matters, right? We meet the Bennet family. Middle class, Regency England, that's roughly, 1811 to 1820.
Around then, yeah.
A time with really strict social rules, complex manners, and crucially, very few options for women. I mean, for Elizabeth Bennet and her four sisters, their whole future pretty much depends on marrying well. Their family estate, it's entailed, goes to a male relative.
Exactly. That economic pressure is immediate. It makes marriage not just about love, but about survival. It's high stakes from page one.
And then he arrives, Mr. Darcy. Wealthy, aristocratic, and, a bit standoffish at first. Elizabeth's initial take on him, not good. The sources say she sees him as arrogant and dismissive. And honestly, a lot of first-time readers probably agree.
Oh, for sure.
This perception, it's fueled by her own pride, right? And what she sees as his prejudice. And it all leads to that scene, the first proposal rejection. Such a defining moment for her. Shows her spirit, sets up everything else.
And what's so clever about that whole Pride and Prejudice thing is how it works both ways.
Yeah.
It's reciprocal, but different for each of them. Darcy's pride, it comes from his status, his money. He literally looks down on her family's social position.
Right.
Elizabeth's pride, though, is more about her intelligence, her sense of self-worth. So she's quick to judge his snobbery. They both start with these, fixed ideas. These judgments just cloud everything. They can't see the real person underneath.
That mutual misunderstanding.
It drives the whole plot and their growth.
Exactly. And it's watching them overcome those initial mistakes, that journey, that makes it so satisfying. Because as the story goes on, truths unfold, right? We start seeing people's real motives. We learn Darcy's not just some snob. He has integrity. He actually steps up and helps Elizabeth's family in a big way.
A huge way, secretly at first.
Which forces Elizabeth to think, okay, maybe I got this wrong. She has to confront her own prejudice.
It's that self-reflection, that mutual understanding. It's part one.
Yeah. Okay. Spoiler for a 200-year-old book, they get married. But it feels earned. It's built on respect they both had to find.
And that transformation, it's not just about them. It connects directly to Austen's wider points. Because Pride and Prejudice isn't only romance. It goes deep into family dynamics, societal pressures, class divisions, and like you said, the really limited roles for women back then.
Yeah.
Austen uses this one family story, the Bennet struggles, to shine a light on these massive societal problems. The personal really is political here.
And she does it with such style. Our sources all mention her sharp wit and humor. That's key. She uses irony and satire brilliantly. It makes the book enjoyable, sure, but also incredibly insightful.
Definitely.
It's not just jokes, right? It's how she uses humor. Like, you laugh at Mrs. Bennet obsessing over marriage.
Oh, totally.
But then you realize, there's a desperation there that's actually kind of tragic given the time.
Exactly. The irony might be, characters saying one thing about propriety, but acting out of pure jealousy. And the satire just skewers the ridiculousness of it all. The mad dash to find a rich husband. She doesn't lecture. She just shows you how absurd it is.
And that wit, it's not just for laughs.
Not at all. It's fundamental to her social commentary.
Yeah.
That's how she critiques rigid class structures and gender inequality with subtlety and brilliance. She exposes how messed up it is that a woman's entire security, her whole life, depends on landing a wealthy husband, often without even liking him.
Yeah.
So characters like Mrs. Bennet become, they're funny, but they also reveal the grim reality.
Yeah.
The critique isn't just background noise. It is the story. It shapes everything.
Speaking of characters, Elizabeth Bennet, wow, people still connect with her so strongly. Our sources call her independent, intelligent, and relatable even today.
Absolutely.
She speaks her mind, values honesty over just fitting in, pushes back against all that pressure. Why do you think she remains so, well, enduring? For me, it's that she can admit she's wrong. That takes guts.
I think that's a huge part of it. Her intellectual honesty. And Darcy, his journey is just as vital. He undergoes deep personal growth, which makes their whole relationship feel, as you said, earned.
Right.
He has to ditch that arrogance, that class snobbery, just like she has to get past her quick judgment.
It's mutual.
Exactly. It's not just spunky girl changes a rich guy. They both have to face their flaws, their pride, their prejudice to find happiness. It really says that love isn't just finding the right person. It's about, becoming the right person too, challenging yourself.
That careful character development, that whole process, it leads us right to the novel's big strengths, according to the review sources. The main ones. Timeless themes. Pride, prejudice, love, society's expectations. They still feel relevant. It's kind of amazing for an 1813 novel.
It really is. But, for fairness, we should touch on the criticisms mentioned, too. Some readers apparently find the Regency-era language formal and slow-paced.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. It's not a modern thriller.
No, definitely not. But you could also argue that slower pace lets you sink into the world, into the characters' thoughts, the social details. It rewards a bit of patience, maybe.
Fair point.
The other main criticism mentioned is the heavy focus on marriage as the primary path for women.
Which is undeniable. It's central to the plot.
It is. But again, context is everything. It reflects the limitations of Austen's time. She's showing the reality. And crucially, she's not just accepting it. Within that reality, she champions marriage based on respect and affection, which is pretty radical.
So she's critiquing the system from within it, almost.
Precisely. She shows why a better basis for marriage is needed, given the constraints. It makes the critique sharper, actually.
Okay, so pulling this all together, what does it mean for us now? Let's unpack these key lessons the sources identified. There's real wisdom here, isn't there?
Absolutely timeless stuff. The first big one. First impressions can mislead. Elizabeth and Darcy are the poster children for this, right?
Absolutely.
Their initial negative judgments, his pride, her prejudice just blind them completely. He sees only her inferior connections. She sees only his arrogance. It's such a powerful reminder for us today of, in our world of quick takes and online profiles, how often do our biases color what we see?
That's a really good point, and it connects to the next lesson. Personal growth is essential. Like we said, they don't just fall in love. They have to confront their flaws before achieving happiness. It's work. Painful work sometimes. Darcy finds humility. Elizabeth learns to look beyond the surface. It shows that real connection, real fulfillment, often means looking inward, being willing to change. That applies to any relationship, really.
Definitely. And then there's love requires respect and equality.
Yeah.
This was quite something for Austen's time. She pushes for marriage based not just on wealth or status, but on mutual respect and shared values.
Yeah.
In a world where marriage was often purely practical, a transaction, she's advocating for partnership. Mine's meeting real equality between the partners. Still something we talk about and strive for.
And this one really hits home for me. Question social norms. Austen is subtly but clearly critiquing a society that limits women, pushing for independence and intellect.
Who Elizabeth? Yeah.
Elizabeth just refuses to play the game purely for security. She wants respect, real affection. It kind of prompts you, the listener, to think, what norms do we just accept today? In careers, relationships, whatever. Are they really serving us? Or just old expectations we haven't questioned?
That's a powerful takeaway. And finally, the lesson of family influences our lives.
Yeah.
The Bennett family's dynamics are everything in this book. They show how upbringing shapes opportunities in relationships, for good and bad.
Oh, yeah. Lydia's recklessness versus Jane's kindness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or just how the family's situation impacts all their choices.
Yeah.
It's deeply relatable. Our own family backgrounds still shape us profoundly, don't they?
No question. Wow. What an incredible book. This deep dive really reinforces it. Pride and Prejudice is just this amazing mix, isn't it? Romance, sharp wit, deep social insight. Like the source said, both a romantic masterpiece and a biting social critique. It just keeps delivering.
It really does. And maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. How often, maybe without even realizing it, do you make snap judgments based on first impressions, your own little bit of Pride or Prejudice. Or think about societal expectations today. Even now, how might they be subtly shaping your choices about, I don't know, relationships, career, what you think you should want? Are there norms maybe worth questioning, Elizabeth Bennet style, to live a bit more authentically? Just something to consider. It's a novel that definitely makes you think.
It certainly does. Well, thank you for joining us on this exploration of Jane Austen's enduring world. We really encourage you to keep digging into classic literature. You never know what insights you'll find that feel like they were written just for you right now.